Hi Cancer, and welcome to your January 2020 general reading. So, Cancer, I am not fully sure of what my reading frequency will be. I'm doing these readings and I really don't know. At the moment, my energy is still very low. I am doing my private work again, the link's below. Yeah, okay. Cancer, please don't shout at me. I'm sure you're about to. I felt I've had this reading forever. You've got the deep knowing card, and look how tatty this card is. I'm so attached to my cards. Oh gosh, this tends to show up as a relationship reading. Okay, there's two moons here. There's two wise owls. There's a sense of a really deep knowing about the rightness of something. I'm going to be really clear. It's a little bit like the Ace of Cups, and it can be quite a big challenge as well. Please don't throw anything at me. I am literally a nothing Cancer. I have to go out my own way, and it's the Oracle that speaks. And actually, but that deep knowing card is a bit like the Blessed card. I think it's a real struggle. It depends on the relationship dynamic, but let me have a look at what's going on for you, Cancer. I think what makes it tough is one of the parties tends to resist it. Let's see. What's going on for Cancer, please? King of Wands behind you. The Six of Wands, beautiful. A lot of fire, a lot of passion. A lot of passion here, a lot of fire. King of Wands might be a fire sign, doesn't have to be. What's so funny is he's looking that way. Not that way. Let me just work out what's going on here. What you want is the Eight of Pentacles. Work. The gift is a Chariot. The challenge is the Seven of Swords. Two of Cups in your relationships. Beautiful. Although it looks like you're really into your work, Cancer. You know what? It's when that happens that everything changes. It's almost like I stopped looking and I turned around and my cup met me. The irony. Four of Pentacles in your money and work, and what you want is the Eight of Pentacles. So there's definitely an energy of mastery here, particularly around form. Form is Pentacles. Yeah. Beautiful outcome. Empress. Taurus, but you know, the Empress is about love, basically. She rules the heart. What's going on here? You're really into work. Can you see all the cards? Where's the King of Wands looking at? Five of Pentacles. The wind of separation. And if you have a little look, someone's moving into the light. So trying to heal a divide, a division between you and someone else, okay? Which is why for some of you the victory's been here, because the Six of Wands comes after the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is a huge state of tension. I promise you I'm not laughing. But there's only certain cards that bring change. And nothing changes until the tension's tight enough. And that's what the Five of Wands is. But looks like there's been some victory. And maybe some sort of healing of this division between you and someone else. That's what the Five of Discs is. Because it can be about financial issues. But between me and you, it's a long time since it's came across that way in my cards. But for some of you, it is about financial issues and there's been some sort of victory. Now, what you most want is the Eight of Pentacles, card of mastering mastering the pentacles, working through the night, creativity, and he's got all these pentacles on the ceiling, so this is where he's mastered. We're all trying to master different parts of our lives at all times. A lot of it is very, very about what the soul came here to do. Mastering form is very, very important in the year 2020. And it seemed to me that's what your soul's looking for. It's almost like Cancer is here to balance out the Capricorn. So balance out the emotions with the practicality. And by the looks of it, Cancer, that's exactly what you're doing here. You're almost getting into your opposite sign. And it's when we're in our opposite sign that we tend to meet our other cup. The other cup comes to meet us, basically. Very beautiful. Love it. So your gift is a Chariot. Things are moving forward. Again, the two Sphinxes, conscious and the unconscious mind, are moving in the same direction. And when they're moving in the same direction, we're no longer in a state of conflict. Yeah. And I'm not saying for a minute, Cancer, we get that and we never get it again. You know, life is moving in cycles. But there seems to be some significant, very, very significant focus and direction here. And what I love about the most about your reading is it's almost like you're mastering the different parts of yourself. And I tend to see that when you get your own card showing up as the gift. But it's also because that's what we've all been doing this year with the nodal access, balancing out the feeling with the work. When we go to any extreme and get out of balance in one or the other, the universe doesn't like it. So where is the Chariot happening? Oh, the Hierophant form again, structure. The Hierophant's also very, very much about being a teacher. He keeps the book of knowledge. So some of you might be working that way, bringing programs into the world, bringing teaching into form, authors, books, creativity, that sort of thing. Very, very beautiful, because that's really what your soul's after in the month of January. The challenge is the 7 of Swords. Your mind patterns. Why is the 7 of Swords? And even, shall I go forward? Shall I go backwards? What's the 7 of Swords about? Actually, can I use another deck? Oh, sorry. What's the 7 of Swords about? Yeah, 3 of Swords. So there's a lot of I think this is probably around some sort of relationship dynamic. Now, the 3 of Swords can be about being torn between two people. It can be about a three-way situation. It's traditional meaning. Maybe some of you's, your work seems to be going fantastic, by the way, but there seems to be some relationship dynamic. And there's a little bit, shall I just walk through this archway? Or shall I go back? Shall I go forward? Shall I go back? Because it's a challenge, I would say there's a little bit of analysis paralysis here. So when we fall into analysis paralysis, we're trying to think our way to a solution. There's never a solution to be found in our thinking mind. The solutions to our life happen spontaneously. They happen through a deeper knowing. Let me carry on. So the 2 of Cups has appeared in your relationship house. It's a really, really clear. The 2 of Cups is about relationships. Tell me more. Anything more about this 2 of Cups? Because I think that's what the challenge is about. I'm going to just shuffle and I'm going to pick the top card. Give me 1 minute. 10 of Pentacles. A 10 of Pentacles is about commitment, by the way. A very, very strong commitment card. Because it's about the earth. And the earth is about things that cannot be moved. Yeah. It's also about sharing. Really card of openness. But there's a strange shadow around this relationship dynamic. The Seven of Swords is a shadow card. And when I talk about shadow, all I talk about is something that's not fully out into the light. That's all a shadow is. It's not anything. That's all. Yeah. And it's something to do. And it's almost some Cancers are standing in the middle of this archway. I'll ask for an advice card for you in a minute. You've got the Four of Pentacles and money and work. So some of you might be having to hold on to the finances that you do have. Okay, so looking after your resources. But it's also about form. It's about structure. The fours are all about stability, security. And that seems to be what you're striving to sort of build. Okay. Knight of Swords in a soul position, really, really forward motion energy. I want you to be careful of your communication. I don't love the Knight of Swords' communication. And if you think the Seven of Swords with the Three of Swords was over it, sometimes it can be communicating in a way that cuts the heart. What's the Knight of Swords doing here? You get the Star card. The Star card is about transparency. It is a card of healing, by the way. A lot of people think that's a cliche. It's not. It's about transparency. Grace is the highest energy of the universe. When we call on healing, it's grace that we're calling on. But grace is about being nakedly honest about what you feel, nakedly honest about where something's going, nakedly honest about even the dynamics between you and another person, because this is about a relationship theme. And something's not been spoken about. And when something's repressed, that's what makes our energy jittery. When I say jittery, clumsy. Like things come out. We don't, we lose our sense of connection, so we say the wrong thing, we're a bit clumsy. There's something that's not been spoken about here. The Empress is about love, okay? So she is Taurus. Taurus is about the sensual side of love. Love you can see, love you can touch, love you can feel. So, but this is about connection. And what I like about it the most is it's a connection that's sometimes that deep knowing card can be such an ephemeral card, so it never manifests. The Empress card is about manifestation. Love you can touch, love you can see, and love you can feel. So I really love it. There's something, there's a little bit of a shadow here. And I feel I'm just staring into space, but I'm trying to receive an answer to something. What is this shadow about? Yeah, you got the card twice. So the Seven of Swords is traditionally a trickery card. But you know what? I'm going to say it. It's never ever once been that for me, because the cards also take on the energy of the reader and the viewer. I feel it's about getting what you feel you deserve, Cancer. And maybe this person's not been giving you what you feel you deserve. But who's the person that who's the person that the Cancer's dealing with? What's their energy? Yeah, they're the Knight of Swords. So that means it's coming forward, there's communication coming. On its opposite side, I don't love the Knight of Swords' his communication. In one of my decks, he's cutting the head of a dove. So he communicates in a way that can be quite harsh. Oh gosh. And that grace needs to descend. So it's almost like the water needs to run clear. Something sort of built up between you and someone else here. And this transparency needs to happen. The Empress is a beautiful sign now. Is the Empress with anything else? Does she want to be clarified with anything else? I'm just going to pick one card. I have to be very... Knight of Swords again, 3 times he appeared. There's a knight running your way, and I'm sure last month you were the Knight of Pentacles, which, as a tarot reader, I love the Knight of Pentacles because he's very, very real. My worst nightmare, because I've seen the Knight of Pentacles take 2 years to get to his destination. The Knight of Swords takes about 1 minute. You got it 3 times. There seems to be a lot of movement going on here for you. There's still something in that shadow. And it's almost like I want to go into it and pull it out. And it's something to do with communication. Or even maybe a 3 of Swords, some sort of separation, some sort of division that's happened. And with the one more card is when you give Cancer a message of, oh, yeah, regeneration. So this is this brand new life coming through. And I'm thinking, because the great conjunction of 2020 is in Capricorn, natural zodiac, it means it'll be in your opposite house, which means it's going to be through your relationships that happens. I don't know, I'd have to know your birth chart to know what exactly, but the natural zodiac is also a very, very powerful tool, which means it's other people that's going to be bringing themselves towards you, because the 7th house is other people. I think something's about to get moving in your life, okay? Now, deep breath. I am back doing personal readings. The link's on below. And I don't know how my YouTube work is going to go. My energy is just not back yet, Cancer. And I have to honour that first. Love yous lots. And I really... every part of me is sending all the love to you for 2020. Yeah, all that love, everything you deserve coming your way. Lots of love, guys. Bye.